Sian ka maningkang on penlong ya ke International Leadership but Coaching Conference ha Shillong aga nriu ba nyau tarik u December ya ke jingtip ka bakamnya labanyo naka 100-fold Academy
Kajala kadon kuma kanda haja sanspa prop kunai ngut kibri kibla pentep ne ajing tep bakidon yau kyang jipang eats kini kijing kain galami pau hadin baka Meghalaya AIDS Control Society kala pelong ya ka program baka nyeng pen kan mau shiki pai ba nong shong snong jong kani kajala ya ka jingma ki la jingeda bat kham tam le le ban pen sngo thu ya ki pai ba ha kijing Rakhe ya ka World AIDS Day arajar arpusa ko plalong ha SRGT parking lot pulu Mentag snem ka phang preng jongani ka program kalong take the right path hakaba kongsan balawan banje donlang hagani kisngi day u Dr. Joram Beda Commissioner Secretary Health and Family Welfare jonga sarkar jala uji moment Joint Secretary Health and Family Welfare kumusambut kongsan lembari Dr. B. De Cruz Director of DHS Research Asdang ya kini kijing elang de kijing rwa ni kinong tre jong pax hakaba kila banrap shu da kijing pentep ne penbraya di kisenja kibalala ban pendep lengba ka National AIDS Control Program Phase 5 pat kibai hadeng kini la yoru ya ki surgeon right kibla ai da ki kunhun prepare ki bakantop na upna never end toxic pony but taken aback hakaba kamshim la shupen chongkon ya kini ka program handai ka bada donru ka khubor ban ajing kersan lem ya gitu ki breu kubla emrengkat bad uknyang jongga HIV.
Tomorrow is the World AIDS Day, actually. But being Sunday, we have preponed the celebrations today so that you can relax and enjoy. As my colleague from Max has mentioned, that after the official and the formalities, once the official program is over, you can sit back, relax and enjoy the musical program. The reason why we organize such programs every year, and in fact multiple times in a year, is to create awareness, creating awareness. Because many times it's due to innocent actions that leads to serious consequences. You are all aware about COVID. It had a very high case fatality rate. But then today, who remembers it? But a disease like, a condition like AIDS will remain for some time before a final cure is discovered. The question why HIV/AIDS is so much in focus and still relevant today is that it affects the underprivileged and the poor and the ignorant. Many times people jump into conclusions, prejudice about people living with HIV/AIDS, not understanding the condition, the situation in which he or she might have been through to get into that situation. One of the main reasons, the testimony was also given, was about discrimination, about the kind of stigma that is attached with the disease, and the kind of emotional damage that one has to go through. And that is the reason why we always emphasize on creating awareness again and again. We have come a long way since HIV/AIDS was discovered in 1983. It's no longer life-threatening disease. A person living with HIV/AIDS can have a normal life so far as the CD4 count is kept in normal range, and we have the right kind of antiretroviral drugs to keep it under control. And that's a good news. But at the same time, we should ensure that there is a continuous dialogue and deliberation, especially amongst the peers, to know the dangers of the disease and how it spreads. It's very important that this deliberation and discussion should remain alive amongst the youngsters. As I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, it's mostly due to innocent actions that leads to serious consequences. And that's why the peers must always keep the discussions alive. Today we all know how the disease spreads. It's by the exchange of body fluids. But then it's not just an exchange of body fluids. There are various statistical chances of spreading through various modes. And the highest that I know of is the intravenous drug users in the exchange of blood. And that is where we need to focus a lot. This is a niche group which needs more attention. The casual talks between the peers that nothing will happen, this is brotherhood, let's exchange needles. These kind of innocent actions leads to very serious effects later on. And that's why the narrative has to be changed. We have a prevalence of 0.43%. We have about 4 ART centers, 3 ICTC mobile centers, and 32 standalone ICTC centers. And the treatments are available free of cost. We also have counseling. The government has done everything that is required. And if there is more to be done, we shall certainly do it. I will also take this opportunity to recognize the efforts of all our health workers across the state. The reason why we are facilitating so many of our health workers is because they are also one of those groups which are prone to the infection. When they are handling human blood for laboratory purposes, many times there is something called a needle prick, and that also can lead to a spread of the disease. And I salute the bravery of our frontline health workers who are continuously endeavoring to provide health services to the people of Meghalaya. And I believe these small token of love and appreciation from our side will go a long way to encourage all of you